The AEW World Championship is little over a year old and it is already becoming one of the most prestigious belts in the industry. So far, the championship has had two holders, Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley, both of which are highly decorated, having held many titles in their career, and the two of them are Grand Slam champions in the land of sports entertainment. And while having established names as champion raises the prestige of the belt, one day it'll be time to pass the torch to AEW's vast crop of young stars, all fighting to climb the ladder to become the first true breakout star in the company. This is All Elite Everything, and here's 5 future AEW World Champions. So first off, we have a guy who I think will actually be the next AEW champion, and that's Kenny Omega. He's set to challenge Jon Moxley next month, and I'm predicting an Omega victory in what will be the biggest Dynamite in history. I'm convinced that Kenny is the one to lead AEW into 2021, and surely it's time for the cleaner to reach the top of the AEW singles division. He's one of the best in the world, and AEW hasn't even came close to seeing what Kenny Omega can do. Clearly Kenny Omega is heading back towards being more of a heel like we saw in New Japan Pro-Wrestling, and if we can get even close to the performances that we saw in New Japan, then the AEW fans are in for a treat. Next up, we have a man that is a current champion in AEW, and that's the TNT champion, Darby Allin. And I truly believe that the sky is the limit for Darby Allin in All Elite Wrestling. It's common knowledge that Tony Khan is hugely behind Allin and sees him as a future star in the company. Darby appeals to kids and adults alike and is hugely marketable with the face paint and his whole look. He has tons of charisma and there's something special about the way he presents himself. Will Darby Allin become the first homegrown AEW champion? Probably not, but will he get there eventually? Absolutely. And already we've seen Kenny Omega on this list, but next up we have his former tag team partner, Adam Page. Things haven't been going Hangman's way recently, losing whenever he gets close to the AEW Championship. He lost in the first ever AEW Championship match, and he recently lost in the World Title Eliminator Tournament to Omega. But I feel like this is just the start of the Hangman story arc, and we'll eventually see him make his way to the top of the promotion. I don't think that match against Chris Jericho will be his last opportunity at the title, and eventually he'll get his redemption at some point down the road. Maybe he should even be the man to take the title off Kenny. And I'm predicting that Hangman Adam Page will be the first technically homegrown AEW champion that we ever see. Next up, we have the man with probably the most potential in the whole of AEW, and his name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And I really believe he could be the top heel in any promotion around the world, and it's a matter of time before he becomes the champion of all Elite Wrestling. His current storyline with Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle will take him to the next level as he sits under the Chris Jericho learning tree, maybe leading to him eventually becoming the leader of the group, and they could be the ones to help take him to the mountain top. He's one of the best in the world on the microphone, and his in-ring skills are there to match. And when the time comes, he can truly say that he's better than you, and you know it. And speaking of MJF, for our final entry, we have his henchman, Wardlow. Wardlow has huge potential and he's got the size to match. And although he's currently aligned with MJF, it seems that they're teasing the eventual split of the two. And when he finally gets sick of MJF and becomes a huge babyface, Wardlow could shoot to the top of the AEW card. He's a big man with athletic skills and all the power in the world, and if the turn happens while MJF is champion, it could open the door for a championship match, and that could open up the opportunity for him to take the title away from his newfound enemy. But that's it for today's video. Do you agree with the list, and is there anyone that you think is missing? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss any upcoming AEW content, and why not check out the videos on the channel. But until next time, peace.